Mashofsky Enterprises Portland, and by the Oregon Club of Portland.
We're ready to go to the first quarter. The Bruins won the toss of the coin. I like to defer until the second half so the Ducks will get the football to start the game. And we set the lineups for you. First of all, the Ducks offensively, a group you're probably quite familiar with as it's started the last couple of games. Joe Reitzik and Hargame will alternate at the split end positions. Now we take a look at the interior, and again, it's a group that started against Arizona State and has started ever since. Musgrave, Lavelle, Berry, Merton, and Obi. That's right, Scotty Boatwright was back in the starting lineup, but Coach, you did mention that's right.
Kanapu started at the tackle. Other than that, it's the same lineup that started at
these
Arizona
are only
State.
the information that they give us, and unfortunately, we're stuck with what they give us. Thanks for the correction. You see UCLA defensively. Keaton Davis, the leading tackler for the Bruins. Darby and Turner, a couple of very good safeties, very active in this ball game. So the Ducks got the football, unable to move it. So UCLA with its first offensive possession of the football game. This is Brett Johnson rolling out, has pretty good mobility, and a nice catch there by Scott Miller, a gain of 27 yards.
Pass interference was called on the play, nullified. They took the gain. Sweep to the bottom of the screen here. A good job by Farwell and Derek Horton. Derek Horton's playing some outstanding football. Played probably the best of our players last week against BYU and played an outstanding game here against UCLA. You can see Farwell coming from the inside out. Horton's the first one there to turn it back into Farwell.
Joe Farwell at about 197 pounds playing an inside linebacker. He's played very well.
Draw play that they hurt us with this play a lot of time. Nice hit there by Mark Kearns. Really spun Brian Brown around. Brian Brown's the one that broke a 68-yard run against us last year to seal it. They convert on the field goal to take an early 3-0 lead.
Now it's the Ducks' second offensive possession of the ball game, and they come right back as they start at the 20-yard line. This is 2nd and 7.
Nice pass to Terry Obi, turns it back in, shakes a tackle, and picks up an extra 14 yards.
And with that catch and run, all-time leader in yardage in receptions for the Ducks.
You see good protection at the bottom of the screen, good block there by Lattenberry. Musgrave delivers the ball to Obi. Obi spins back to the inside, shakes the tackle there, and picks up a nice gain to put himself in the Oregon record books in another category along with his punt return prowess.
He's got a number of records. This is a record-setting team offensively. A couple of plays later, 3rd and 9. Go back to Obi. It does a nice job. He had to get over that yard marker to get the first down and did.
Tough catch there. Draw play to Lattenberry. Latin explodes up through the hole. Got a good lead block there by Derek Lavelle.
2nd down and 16 after a sack of Musgrave.
Screen pass back to Lattenberry, a play we've used several times this year, and Latin uses his speed. Great job. Gets us deep down into UCLA territory. You can see on the replay here, Latin sets up, goes backside. Kurt Dykes cuts the UCLA defensive lineman, and Musgrave throws it back. We've got some blockers out in front. Chris Husko does a good job getting the block to spring Latin for an extra 12 or 13 yards.
And Latin did a nice job of setting up the block, too, as he had dipped inside and then cut it to the outside. Gain of 26. 1st and goal from the 7.
Those are good hard yards on the off-tackle play. Now we come right back with the trap to Dondre Bosley, and he takes it in for the touchdown.
12 plays, 80 yards.
You can see a trap block here by Chris Husko. Nice job by that. Boatwright makes the block on the other defensive tackle, and we split the two of them and take it right in for the touch.
Nice drive as the Ducks counter UCLA's field goal with a touchdown. Yeah, but the Bruins come right back. This is a big 2nd and 7 play here to Farr. Good for 21 and a first down.
We're in a blitz playing man-to-man, and they beat us on the post corner. Chris was there to make the tackle.
This is a 2nd down and 4.
Deep draw play again. Very unusual play, but they've run it very well. Again, Derek Horton making the stop.
Take Brown out, put Wills in, or Brown still in the ballgame, I should say, and he gets about to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Good job here by Bjarne Jensen, Andre Williams, and Joe Farwell.
2nd down and 11, a loss of 1 on that play.
Handoff inside. Again, a nice play by Andre Williams. And gets some good help there from Roy Derry.
3rd down and 11 at the Oregon 30-yard line. The final play of the first quarter. Rapidly played first quarter. We find the tight end Arbuckle gains 13 and a first down. That completed the first quarter of play. The Ducks leading it, but UCLA drive. We are ready for the second quarter. The Ducks leading UCLA 7-3, but the Bruins have the football and about to take the lead again. You see a rather hazy day down at the Pasadena area, the Rose Bowl. Randy Austin on the receiving end into the end zone for a touchdown, and the Bruins lead on the first play of the second quarter.
Get some big, strong tight ends, and that was a great example of it right there. Musgrave back to throw now on our next possession. Hits Jeff Thomason from down in Corona Del Mar. His family was there. He played a good game blocking and caught that nice 17-yard pass.
3rd and 20. Disaster. Interception by UCLA. Bates on the interception and sets up another score.
Just a bad decision by Bill throwing into squat coverage there, and just made one of those mistakes. And on 3rd down, finally, after we played 2 good downs, they take it over the top with 2 big old strong guys, 2 fullbacks actually going in there for the touch.
Yeah, Toy, normally a fullback up over the top. So you see the twin safeties for the Ducks, and this was important. After UCLA scores, you get a nice kickoff return.
We needed to get a little spark going and get some excitement. Nice return by Chris Oldham, 40 yards, gives us great field position. Almost broke it, got tripped up from the side. You can see it, I think, real well here from the end zone. Got Todd Gettison and Rick Hunt, Lattenberry in there. Good block by Gettison. And right there from the side, Chris Oldham just gets hit on the right knee and gets tripped up.
So a nice return by the man who leads the conference and is one of the nation leaders in kickoff returns.
Big hole at the line of scrimmage. Good job by the offensive line and a nice run by Derek Lavelle.
Gain of 17.
You can see a good job blocking down by Chris Husko. Kunzman pulling up. Lavelle cutting it back. Big hole. Good job by Kolya Teff downfield, tying up the safety. And we finally get something going here on the ground.
First down play.
Good job again by Kolya Teff. Nice run by Lattenberry. I think they tack a 5-yard face mask on to the end of this run.
So it is another first down at the UCLA 20.
Good job there. Those 4- and 5-yard gains are so important because it keeps you in control of the down and distance situation. And nice block, and again at the line of scrimmage, Derek makes a cutback to his right and puts us inside the 10.
3rd and goal from the 8. Intended for Joe Merton, but pass interference against UCLA, so it's a first down at the 2.
It was a blitz situation, hot read, and the safety got there a little bit before the ball.
So on 4th and goal from the 1, Musgrave to Kolya Teft for the score.
It's tough getting that ball in there. We got stuffed a few times in the running game. We came back, and nice job by Kolya Teft, who now has 7 receptions on the year, and that is his 5th touchdown of the 7 catches.
He leads the Ducks in touchdown receptions with 5. So UCLA comes right back, though. I mean, it was this kind of a first half where the offenses were able to move the football. This is Wills, another one of their fine tailbacks, who gets a first down, gain of 22.
He's fired up. You can see we're just kind of making a few good plays on defense and then not making them. There's a fine play by Casano, stopping them for no gain, and you know, we just kind of keep things going, and just kind of like we were playing against BYU. Some good things, some not. There we go, miss a couple of tackles, throw the hot read to us, and we don't cover the tight end quite quick enough off our blitz, and they pick up a key first down. Brett Johnson back to throw here, scrambles out, does a good job breaking it over to the sideline, and picks up a first down deep, deep in our territory. Key series here.
I thought so. You kept them out of the end zone. The defense made some plays. Andre Williams right there.
Andre gets the sack, just holding on to that jersey with the strong, strong fingers. Brett Johnson steps up, avoids the rush, and you can see Andre just grabs him by the bottom of the number on his jersey and pulls him down.
2nd and goal from the 10, and this was a very big play. Andy Connor on the sack, loss of 11.
Andy Connor is an outstanding football player, a young sophomore from down in Wairika, California, and you can see him just explode in there off of that block and get the sack before Brett Johnson can make up his mind. Big, big play.
So the Bruins forced to attempt a field goal. Chris Oldham almost got to that one, and I thought that was a sign of what might come.
He got a piece of that, actually. Got a finger on it, and it paid dividends later on.
Well, we're ready for the third quarter, and a very important third quarter it turned out to be. As you see the moon now out over the Rose Bowl, the lights have been turned on as we're into the evening in Southern California. UCLA with the first possession of the third quarter, and they pick up seemingly where they left off. They had scored on their first 4 possessions. There are only 4 possessions of the first half, and they looked like they were going to score here.
Reverse play here. Back, they'd been running unbalanced on us all night, and they came back to the short side and picked up a 27-yard gain on the reverse.
So they've got the ball at the 26-yard line. Johnson, big play here by Derek Horton.
Excellent job playing safety over the top and man-to-man, and he picks up the receiver coming across and dives out and breaks it. And here's the biggest play of the game for us to turn the momentum around. Chris Oldham comes in off the left side, blocks the field goal. We don't get a real good bounce, but we stop UCLA from scoring, and that was our first time of the evening to be able to do that. You see a good low-angle shot here. Great job by Chris coming in at the proper angle, getting up and getting his hands on the ball. And a big, big play, even though we were 3 and out.
Well, that's what it was, 3 and out, so we won't watch that. Instead, we pick it up again where UCLA has the football, but now it's the defense that will come up with a big play. Trying to find Arbuckle down the middle, picked off by Derek Horton, his 4th interception of the season.
Good job by Derek just playing the deep zone. We're in man underneath coverage here. And a young mistake here. He's trying to hit the tight end and lay it over the linebacker. But fortunately, Jensen was covering on the play, and fortunately they threw it too far, and it went right into the hands of Derek Horton. He made a nice return, and we finally go in and take advantage of the turnover.
He has over 100 yards in interception returns, I believe, so far.
He's a good athlete, good runner. Nice blocking there, and a pickup of about 6 yards. Back inside with the cut play, and we break it clear back to the right side. Good job by Joe Merton on the backside of that play.
1st and goal from about the 9. Musgrave to Tony Hargain, his 4th touchdown of the season, and that is our play of the day because it gives the Ducks, with the extra point, the lead, 21-20.
We're in a formation we've been running there in the running game. We're in what we call a heavy set to twin here. We actually start in a right formation and bring Terry Obie across the formation, run the play that you had just seen Lavelle run off of the cut play where he broke it back inside. We fake that play, continue to roll out. Obie comes across, goes out into the flat, and Hargain, who's in here at receiver, comes back to the inside and curls, and both the defensive backs bite out on the motion man, Obie coming across, and Musgrave comes out and sees him. We get a real good block here by Lattenberry, cutting the contained rusher down for UCLA and allowing Musgrave perfect vision to see Hargain wide open, and just then it was throw and catch.
Indeed it was, as we take a look at it, as Bill Musgrave throwing the touchdown pass here and setting a school record for single-season touchdown passes.
You can see Hargain wide open, just a great job, well-executed play by everybody involved in that particular play.
So it gives you the lead as things now come into focus for the Ducks, leading by 1. The defense continues to do the job, although they got a little break here, and that Farr had an apparent touchdown, but it was called back for pass interference by UCLA.
We got more than a little break, Todd. I looked at that on our coaching film this morning, and I think it was a very, very bad call. I think that it was just incidental contact, and it wasn't offensive pass interference, so maybe we got a break from some of the ones we didn't get last week, but it's too bad that the play was missed. I'll take it. I'm very thankful.
So you force UCLA eventually to punt the football. Terry Obie.
Almost gone on this. Just tripped up. Gosh darn it, I want him to get a touchdown return. So, being the all-time leader in punt returns in the conference and at our school, and he has yet to score a touchdown on one. And he got a little frustrated and handled one he shouldn't have later in the game. Tip pass here, good job by Darrell Reed getting his second interception of his career. He had one last year and one this year. I'd been kind of kidding him. I didn't know whether he's going to get one this year. His hands, he's dropped a few sure things in practice, and I'd been giving him a little bit of a bad time. But you can see scramble here. We get pressure, good coverage down the field. The ball is tipped off the fingertips of the UCLA receiver, and laying back there is Darrell Reed, and he does a good job returning it.
Indeed he does, a return of 17 yards, and it gives the Ducks great field position at the UCLA 39-yard line. Relief.
A real turnaround, obviously. UCLA touchdown nullified. We get an interception, and now we take it in and put the game in pretty good control. Cut play up the middle by Derek Lavelle for about 3 yards. Play action pass here. Going to throw the screen, but it's covered. And instead of throwing it away, he took the sack, and big sack it was, but he comes back right here and makes up for it. Good pass protection. Great catch by Hargain. Nice job hanging on to that. He gets splattered by the safety in the corner. Throws it up over the linebackers. We got 4 receivers going deep here. Musgrave lays it up over the linebackers. Hargain goes up and gets it. Does a great job hanging on to it.
That was a big play on 3rd and 19. It gives the Ducks a first down at the Bruin 25. Final play of the 3rd quarter as Derek Lavelle gets 4. Well, the Ducks enter the 4th quarter with the lead, 21-20. Could they hold on was the question. The 4th quarter has been tough at times this year for the Ducks, but
that's an understatement.
Outscored 88-54 in the 4th quarter entering this game, but this game completely different. You're on the move with the lead. Musgrave picks up 7.
Good job by Musgrave there, scrambling up, pick up the first down inside the 10-yard line, and a good play off tackle to the left there by Derek Lavelle. Lattenberry surging, powerful, determined running down to the 2-yard line.
First and goal from the 2. Had been down here before and hadn't been able to punch it in on the ground, but this time Derek Lavelle in, and what's he going to do this week? Ooh. Look at it again.
That was kind of weak. Good job by Todd Kunzman on the pull there. Big hole for Derek to get into the end zone. Gets hit from the side, and Derek, well, you know, Mr. America, I think he's a ways away.
Mr. Olympia, maybe. Who knows? 28-20. Still a quarter to play.
He moved into 3rd alone, or 4th alone in the all-time career touchdowns scored in the Pac-10.
Really remarkable the career that he's had and the ability to get into the end zone.
Bond scrambled out there for first down, throws over the middle, hits Brown, coming back into the middle, tackled by Kearns. A couple of big plays there, moves him out around midfield. Bond's back to throw. They made a quarterback change here because Brett Johnson had thrown a couple interceptions. Good job by Kearns again. Kearns made a lot of tackles in this game, was our leading tackler, I believe, in the game.
Had 11 total tackles. 2nd and 9. They go to Farr. He gets enough for the first down. Big play coming up here by the defensive line in the rush. Matt Labonte gets knocked down, gets back up, sack.
Pressure there by Andy Connor, forcing Bonds to step up in the pocket. You'll see Andy Connor coming from the right of your screen. Excellent pass rush comes by. Brian Brown forces Bonds to step up, missed the sack himself, but allowed Labonte to get there with help from Cassano.
A little battle up front there with Williams, Brantley, and Labonte for that sack leadership. It's going to come down to the final game.
It is. Good trap there and a good run by Dondre Bosley.
This is a great drive for you. 10 minutes to play. You have the lead. You'd like to run off some time on the clock, and if you score, that's a bonus, and you do both.
We needed to control the ball, and our offense did a great job of it. Just started pounding UCLA with the running game. Job by Derek Lavelle breaking it outside. Now we got a 3rd and a long 3. Play action fake here. Musgrave hits Bosley, and Bosley gets the first down and some add-on yardage for about a 13-yard gain.
Look at it again.
You can see Musgrave is going to get hit from the blind side here as he released that ball. He took a couple of pretty good shots, but he showed the poise to get rid of the ball just in time.
So a first down at the 43-yard line.
This time the trap play is stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and they get called for a late hit.
So a 15-yard penalty gives the Ducks another first down, this time in UCLA territory.
Counter play, big hole, big hole. Derek Lavelle pops it right straight through up the field, and now we move deep into UCLA territory. You can see a good ground level shot of it here. Good job by Jeff Thomason blocking down. Kurt Dykes pulling up and getting Stacy Argo, their inside backer, and creating a nice big hole for Lavelle to pop through.
Well, the drive stalled, and so the Ducks forced to attempt a field goal. And McCallum has had a great year and just adds to it. This is the longest of his career. 47 yards, had a little extra on it, too.
And into the wind. It wasn't a big wind, but it was into the wind, and a very big field goal for us. He has had not very good success outside of 40 yards. His other longest one was 45 yards, and it was his first kick of the year against Cal, and now he's added one of 47, and a big one it was.
So now you have a good lead, but as we know, certainly not in the bag yet.
Example of the kickoff coverage there. Good play there, forced the fumble, almost come up with a big turnover, but can't come up with it. But we had great pass rush there, and the ball was knocked out and forced UCLA into a very long yardage situation. You can see here coming in, Kearns on the blitz, runs by him, but the ball is knocked out by Rory Derry, gets the sack, and LeBounty's trying to battle for the ball. Ball squirts out, but UCLA pulls it in. Good shot of it right there on the ground level camera.
Rory Derry, the strong safety, with 2 sacks in this series.
Peter Brantley gets the sack on that occasion. And we're called for offsides. You can see on the left side there we were offside, so this play is nullified, unfortunately. Good pressure. LeBounty misses the sack there. Brantley comes in and gets it, but the play is nullified.
And the crowd beginning to file out now as the Bruins forced to punt, and you get it back one more time with 4 minutes to play.
Cross trap there, and Dondre showed great vision because he didn't run that play where it was designed to go, but he saw a hole and he took advantage of it.
Gain of 10, first down.
Big play there by Musgrave. Big play. Finds Joe Reitzig on the curl off the sprint out. We told him, be careful if it's there, come out and think run, think run. You can see him faking him off, faking him off. We didn't want to turn the ball over here, but he sees Reitzig break open at the last minute and steps in there and throws it to him for a big first down.
Gain of 21. So now UCLA trying to use some timeouts, trying to stop the clock, but Ducks just are not to be denied.
Cross trap there, picks up a few yards, and a nice job here by the offensive line of Derek Lavelle. Surging straight ahead. In fact, he had 2 or 3 creases he could have run through and might have had a little trouble making up his mind which one to use. Good job again. Now we're getting 4 and 5 and 6 yards at a crack.
Indeed you are. This is a third down play here and a fumbled snap. So 4th and 11 from the 29. You disdain trying a field goal. Don't want to get it blocked, and so you go with a draw.
Go with a draw, and lo and behold, gaping hole and a great effort by Lattenberry getting it into the end zone.
29-yard touchdown run for Lattenberry, the icing on the cake.
Good job there by Dykes. Good job by Lavelle blocking the linebacker. And just a nice run by Lattenberry breaking it to the outside. Good job by Hargain peeling back and getting the block.
So one final play as UCLA tosses it up, and it will be incomplete as you see the scoreboard ticking down. The ball into the air and incomplete. Out of bounds, and so the Ducks defeat UCLA. The final score, 38-20. The Ducks improve their record to 6-4. Overall, UCLA falls to 3-7. Let's take a look at some of the final team statistics and why you look at those. I'll tell you about some of the individuals. Derek Lavelle, 28 carries for 119 yards. Bill Musgrave passing, another decent day, didn't have to throw it a lot, which was certainly nice. 10 of 19, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And for UCLA, they, of course, split time with their quarterbacks. Brett Johnson had a good first half, but struggled in the third quarter. You look at penalties. Again, the Ducks with only 5 for 40 yards. That's about what the team average has been per game. Interceptions, 2 big ones by Reed and Horton. Penso, a decent job punting the ball, 2 of the punts inside the 15-yard line, and time of possession in favor of the Ducks. After the contest, we went into the locker room. Obviously, a lot of happy folks, and we talked to some of them.
in your hands and then you knew you had your first interception?
Yeah, the first thing I saw was touchdown. I was like, oh my God, just get in the end zone. But unfortunately, oh well, I'm just glad I got the pick and we got the win.
Feeling right now is great. Our defense came out and played spectacular second half. Kept taking the ball away and giving it to us, and we knew we just had to keep coming off the ball and getting it done, and we did.
Well, I think they have a lot of young players. They have a lot of freshmen on their team. I think this is the building years probably for them, but they are very athletic.
I think first half we were sleepwalking, and all week our emphasis on defense has been to hold on to the game in the second half, mainly the fourth quarter, because we've given up too many points. We let some close games slip away from us, and we needed some big plays. And I think Chris Odom's play, my play, Eric Castle's play, got the defense spark, which got us going, and everything else took care of itself. We played our game.
It was a sense of urgency for the offense. We knew that we had to score at least 2 more times to put them away, because BYU, we thought it was over, and look what happened, And we knew they had an explosive offense, so we wanted to keep the defense off the field and put some points on the board, so we could actually put the game away.
Coach has been honest about it, reminding us over and over again that we're a pretty good team, and that there's no reason for us not to be able to run the ball. So we just regrouped, and now we're doing okay.
I don't know, once we made up our mind they weren't going to score, they weren't going to do anything, we started making the big plays. I mean, we had the 3 interceptions, and it was basically we decided we were going to play defense the way we can.
There is a possibility that this league won't send as many teams as we should to postseason play, where other leagues have 5 or 6 good football teams and 3 or 4 terrible ones that they can fatten their conference records and do well in non-conference. We don't have that situation. We don't have a terrible football team in this league, and that's been demonstrated. Everybody in our league has at least 2 victories now. And the only outstanding team that separated himself is USC, and they're truly a top 10 team and deserve, they're probably the 5th or 6th best team in the nation right now.
All right, next week, Civil War, Autzen Stadium. We would like to remind you folks that there are tickets available. Now, all the tickets for seats have been sold, but there are tickets remaining for the game, standing room only tickets. Coach, you have something to add to that?
Yeah, well, I just want to say one thing.
You need a couple of tickets?
No, I want to congratulate Bill Dillinger and our cross-country squad. 5 top positions, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great job by the Ducks in the
at the regional
district meet.
Yeah, at the regional meet, they're on to the NCAA. Anyway, you can get the tickets for $12.50 and $7.50, standing room only. We hope to see you at the game. It should be a good one.